I sold the Star Wars The Force Unleashed Nintendo DS game, and I found it at the Goodwill outlet, or the blue bins as you want to call it. So it probably cost me around 5 cents because it's pretty light, maybe even less than that. And it sold for $5.19. I sold this Coleman summer camping sleeping bag in pink color. I found this at the Goodwill retail store, and I paid $5.19. I have 2 more sleeping bags, but they are in blue color. So I might keep one for my kids, or I might resell both of them. But I have a blue one also listed on eBay and Amazon. So whichever sells fast is the winner, I guess. Here we have a Morel brand thong sandals, slide sandals, and the style is Gardena, I believe. And I purchased these at the Goodwill outlet store for $2. I had to clean them a little bit, and they sold at an auction price of $16.41. And it's a size 8, I believe. These soccer cleats sold for $12.50 at an auction, and I got them at the blue bins for $2. They were in pretty good condition. I can show you the bottoms. Very nice. I wiped the dust off of them a little bit, so hope the little soccer player likes them. These are men's. Born is the brand and Harrison is the style, and I got them at the blue bins for $2. They did have some wear or scuffing to them to the toe area, and I did state that in the listing, and they sold for $27 at an auction. These Steve Madden Rambani is the style, and they're women's ankle boots, size 10. I got them at Goodwill not too long ago and listed them at an auction, and they sold for $31 with 2 bids only, and I purchased them for $8.20. This is my second lot that I have. That has been already sold. I purchased a big bag full of a bunch of these for $5 at the Goodwill store, and first lot I sold for $10, so I got my money back. And this one surprisingly sold for $14.99, which was my full asking price. And I have one more lot of about 18 or so of these. They're vintage Wade miniature glazed ceramic animal figures, and they're made in England. I sold these Ortho Heel Bionic style. I guess they're thong or slide sandals, and this was a common size 8. I got them at the Goodwill retail store for $6.20, and I had them in my haul video recently. To my surprise, they went for $64. I have to tell you guys that having very clear pictures and presentable sells your product. If you have very bad, uncropped, unedited pictures, people won't open your listing. So make sure you have very good pictures, and especially in your main list, in your main or first page. So $64 is what they sold, which is awesome. I'm very surprised and happy at the same time. These Keen gray with blue nylon sport sandals for men sold for $24.50, and I got them at the blue bins for $2. I gave them a little wash, and that was it. They didn't have much wear to them, actually. Probably light to moderate wear, because it seems like the person was wearing them as like a slip-in sandals because you can tell by the crease in like right there. Anyhow, $2 is what I paid and $24.50 is what they sold for. I sold these black Nike sneakers for a young boy. I actually purchased them for my son originally at the Goodwill store for $8. And I held on to them for about a year. He didn't like the style, or they didn't fit him the way he likes. So I decided to resell them, and they sold on auction for $18.99. Nikes don't really sell well for me on eBay. So usually I just pass them by when I see them at the Goodwill store. I will buy them at the outlet stores. They got a popsicle. I sold this beautiful, gorgeous set of 4. I don't even know if they're called wine glasses, but they're used for something, maybe dessert. They're very lightweight, very thin glass, and I believe they're made in France. I purchased them at Goodwill store for $1.19 each. I had them listed for quite some time, and I had them listed for $49.99 or buy it now. Oh, I'm sorry, or best offer. And yesterday I took a best offer of $45.01 for them. So my job is to package them well right now, and hopefully they won't break. Here's another pair of soccer shoes, but they are for indoor or turf, and they're boys. I actually purchased them for my oldest son. My kids are soccer fanatics, but they were a little bit too big, a whole size big, so I decided to resell them. I purchased them for about $8, and they sold for $23.50 on auction. I was surprised because I didn't think they would go up that much, but I'm glad they did. The buyer finally paid for these. It's a Sanuk Yoga Mat classic style flip-flops. They were not size 7 but size 8, and I wrote size 7 in the title, but in the listing it was 8. I don't know why I made that a mistake and what I was thinking, but anyhow, I believe I got them for $1 at the Blue Bins, and they went on auction for $11.55. Here's a pink exercise or fitness jacket with no hood. It's a full zip up, kind of like a turtleneck. The brand is Zella, and it's a woman's size extra small. I actually got it for myself, but then changed my mind. It was a little too tight on me. And I paid $4.99 for it at Goodwill retail store, and sold for, I believe, $25 is the best offer price that I took on this one. Here we have men's rollerblade inline or rollerblade skates. I got these for my brother, but they were half size, a little too small, and I paid $12.19 at the Goodwill store for them. They were in super condition, very little wear, and I took a best offer of $45.01. I don't know why odd offer, but I accepted it. Before that I had offers of $20, $30, and I just didn't want to accept it because Rollerblade is a good company, and it was in they were in good condition. So $45.01 is what I took for them. This Stampin' Up convention bag or tote sold for my full asking price of $29.99. There is not much of these on eBay. There was one similar to mine that sold not too long ago. So and I don't remember how much I paid for it. I think it was around $4.19 or something like that. Here's a 9 West brand Protege as the style. It's black leather ankle boots or booties, size 6.5, fitting 7. and I got them for $8 at the thrift store, and they sold on auction for $21.90. I think I had these in one of my haul videos, but they sold for $13.40, and I believe I got them for $1 at the Blue Bins. The brand is Flora and Kenzie. This is like a European style and quality shoes for a little baby, like a walker type of infant, not infant, but child who's learning how to walk, because this is like a size 4.5 or a 5. And it's navy blue leather, very soft and flexible. They sold for $13.40. I don't know if I said it already, but there it is. These shorts were my son's. It's by Baby Gap. He wore them probably, I would say, 5 times maximum. He has a lot of clothes, and he just outgrew these. And this was a size 4, and they went on auction. I started auction at $4.99, and one person bid on them. So that's it. Here's a SeaWorld Infant Fisherman Cap, or hat for little boys or girls. We actually purchased these when we were in SeaWorld about 2 years ago. We came there and it was super hot. The sun was shining, and sitting there in the heat and watching the shows, we just couldn't do it. So I got this hat for 16 bucks over there, and I took a best offer of $7 for somebody that's probably headed to SeaWorld as well.